Right, that should be better. It was less than not so much that I was muted as that I'd forgotten to add an audio source to the scene. Just sort of setting up some scenes as I go. No, it was a bloody fly, just a little annoying one. You know, one of those stream flies that only turn up when you're streaming, just so they can buzz around between you and the camera. Mm. I'm just grabbing some dinner at the same time. Awesome. Hey, Jeff. Awesome to see you there, brother. Jeff has got a very cool channel. Probably have a bit of a look at that one. Just going to mess around a little bit. I'm just setting up a couple of scenes. I've got this one here with my big mug so you can all see me. And I've set this one here up as well. And I'm just going to set up a third scene. With a full screen of the page. Which I'll add the audio to first, and then the window capture as well. There we go. Was that a window capture I had on the other one, or that's right, it was the display capture with the siphon client. There we go. So I need to add the siphon client. I'll just add the existing one. There we go. Which you need to do if you're playing games on the Mac. Because OBS for some reason just sort of sucks out of the box. And then the existing display capture. Voila, which is huge because I'm on a 4K monitor. And I'll just bring that down to a more reasonable size, like one that fits in the screen. There we go. I'll just sort of center that a bit. Okay, there we go. So there we've got me. I'm back here, and hopefully that kept some decent audio going across all three. Right. So first of all, yeah, never apologise on stream, but hey, I will anyway. Sorry for rescheduling this so many times, but I have day job and other annoyances. Well, not annoyances, they're things that happen. Day job and other things going on that sort of necessitated me not being able to do the things I was planning to do at the time I was planning to do them. And I'll just move some crinkly packets and things away. So yeah, sort of setting this up as I go, and just going to move the webcam to somewhere where it's a little bit more presentable. Hopefully that's okay there. How's that? Angle up a little bit. Awesome. It looks good. Okay. I got these, no, it's probably a bit low now, isn't it? No, I'll put it back where I had it. I'm just being a fussy bastard. Never happy with anything. Oh, I should put it back up here. I got some great Siri based lights, so Apple HomeKit based lights that I can use, which are up behind me here. So I can just go, hey Siri, make the desk light red, and it'll do that. Okay. I will definitely do that, Jeff. You should pop out sometime, bro, as well. Jeff's also in Wellington here. Coco, awesome to see you. Most excellent. Okay. So what I was going to do today is just really see who turned up and go and have a look at some of your bits and pieces on your sites, and answer any questions you had, really, and sort of see if we can come up with anything just to help boost things along on people's sites. Because yeah, that's how we roll, eh? I'm sort of getting used to doing this sort of bit myself. There's do a lot of videos, but I haven't been doing a lot of live streams. So, well, except the gaming ones, of course. Here we go. Okay, so who have we got on here? Now, first thing I'm going to do is superimposing text. Oh yes, you were asking me about that, Jeff. Yes, we can definitely have a look at that. Jeff was wondering about replacing text on some of his videos where he wants to correct what he's saying in post-production, and doesn't really have the time to be able to go and do a reshoot of something, or you can't get to another location. I'm just having some broccoli, nice and healthy food, and yeah. Now, my question I sent back, Jeff, or at least I was thinking of sending back to you, was what editing software are you using? I'm not sure if you got back to me on that one or not. Hey there, Nick. How's it going? In YouTube, you're going to find it much more consistent because your content doesn't get nuked afterwards. The problem, the advantage that Facebook have, yeah, that'd be on YouTube. Do you use any? Yeah, Nick, I will get back to that one shortly. Jeff, yeah, do you use any software for recording your videos and editing them, or do you just stream it straight to YouTube? And are you on a Windows laptop or a Mac laptop? Well, Jeff's waiting through the latency to reply. I've done a couple of lives before. Okay. You're going to need to pick up some editing software, Jeff. He says he just records straight to YouTube. Okay, if you're recording straight to YouTube, then there's no opportunity for you to modify that video. All you can do with the YouTube editor is trim things out and delete bits. You can't add anything in. You used to be able to replace audio or take two YouTube videos and merge them together into one and do some interesting edits that way, but that was a long time ago. And people were pushing up massive clickbait stuff to get views and then replacing them with stupid videos of flashing out personal bits that they shouldn't be and that kind of thing. And it was being abused by spammers, basically. So what I'll do, Jeff, is I'll have a look around for some edit software that you'll be able to run on your laptop. There's heaps of stuff around, so yeah, I will find something for you for doing that. So what you'll need to be doing is recording the video to your phone or your laptop, and then editing it, exporting that out, and then uploading from there on your local machine, which is actually going to make your videos a million times better as well. There's a whole heap of things we can go through on that one. Thank you very much for Nick. That I really appreciate it. The advantage that Facebook has over YouTube is immediacy. Anything you put on Facebook is all about what's happening right now, and finding stuff recurring finding stuff for later isn't going to happen terribly well. So if you put something up on Facebook, you put a video up on Facebook, it's actually quite difficult. It is possible, but it gets more and more difficult over time to find that again. Whereas YouTube has a big advantage of retaining things and making old content still easily discoverable. So when you post something up on Facebook, it's always there. It's always got the same URL. You can always find it. You don't have to. It doesn't go missing, and it doesn't run off the bottom of a thread or something like that. You can still go back and watch Mr. Beast's first videos as quickly as you can see his new videos, just by you go to his videos page and they're all there. If you're on Facebook, you post something into a wall or into a group or something, it tends to disappear over time. It's still there, but being able to rediscover it is difficult. It's not really a platform for that. So what I suggest doing is take your videos and put them on YouTube, and then use Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all these other socials that you've got around, LinkedIn, Blogger, even Pinterest. I loathe Pinterest. I consider that to be a complete, total and utter waste of time. But I always post, well, I quite often post videos to there, links to my videos to there, because people could still discover stuff through Pinterest. And everywhere that you post your video title is somewhere else that gets indexed by Google as well. So if your video title is on 8 or 9 or 15 different social media platforms, it's and all pointing at the same YouTube URL, then you're going to get a slightly better advantage in discoverability through Google. And of course the Google search database is married up with the YouTube, because it's all Google, which is going to make your videos just a little bit more discoverable. It's not going to be a multiplier. It's just going to be, an extra 1 or 2%. But there are several things you can do to make your videos more discoverable, and all of these 1 or 2% in each case really add up. And then you get more views. And if you make your videos the right way, you can get more retention in them. You get more retention, you get more hits on the homepage and discoverability and front page and recommended and all that sort of stuff. So YouTube will push your video out there more because more people are watching it for longer and all that sort of thing. So yeah, I would say push your videos to YouTube. If you want to put a video on Facebook, do a cut down one, sort of a teaser trailer, and say, here's what this video is all about, click here to go see the full video, something like that. That's really powerful as well. And you can also post that to Instagram and Twitter now, and that sort of thing. What are we reading here? Yeah, DaVinci Resolve, absolutely. It's a full pro video editor, and it's free. It only costs if you want to go and get some of the really fancy stuff, which of course I always do. And if you buy a Blackmagic camera, you get a full license of Resolve Studio with that as well, just as a side of things. So, or the $500 for the Blackmagic fast edit tool thing, and that's got a license of Resolve with it as well. So that's another way of getting it. I want to get one of those, but I don't have the excuse because I've already got 3 licenses for my cinema cameras. Where are we here? The only downside of that, Jeff, is it does need a fairly grunty machine. Does need a fairly grunty machine to run Resolve, so I'm not sure what your laptop is at the moment, Jeff, but that could be an issue, graphics engine wise and stuff. What else we've got in here? Cool. Right, so what I'm going to do here is something that you should never do, and I want you guys all to be able to post your channel links up, so that I can get at them. Now, generally, don't go do this, and if you do, undo it afterwards, which I will be doing as well. I'm just making you all moderators here. Anyone abuses it, of course, will get scorned at. Drayton, are you still around as well? There you go. So there you go. So what I'm going to do is I'm just making you all moderators, and what I'd like you to do is post up your channel page. So just the home page of your channel. And what I'll do is I'm just going to go and have a look at some of these and see what we can see on them. Be good as well if you could just put something on there for what your channel's about. Here we go. Nick's up first. With his Facebook page. Okay, sweet. I'll just grab that. And bring that over to here. I don't actually come across, to be honest, I don't actually come across a lot of people who are actually publishing to Facebook. I know there are a few people who don't, usually retail places and things like that, who, yeah, your pizza places post a lot of videos and that sort of thing. Because it's not long-term survival type content. So, let's have a look here. I'm going to be clever and transition to this one. See? Pretty cool, huh? So now I can look over here at this. You might notice something I did with my webcam and where I positioned it on the screen here. So I put the webcam thing here and the video over here, because now when I've put this thing on this side on the left side of the screen, because I've got my camera on the right side of the monitor that I'm capturing, so that if I'm looking at the monitor, then I'm looking down here into the page. Sometimes people will put the camera on the other side, and if you move that across, so if I was to go like that and that, and then I look over here, then I'm looking outside the screen, which you don't want, because you want to be looking at what you're doing. So if you're going to be looking in at something, if you're going to have your picture in your face over on the left hand side, make sure your camera is on the right side of the screen, that the thing that you're looking at. So I'm looking in here. See, cool there. Okay. 5 minute snacks, how are you? And Mark Repian. Who have we got here? Oh no, yeah, don't worry about me, I'm looking at the wrong bloody web page. God damn, what an idiot. I was thinking, where did these people come from and what are they talking about? And I've got another video up that I should really minimize so that I'm looking at the right one. There we go. That's better. So everyone, good to have you here, brother. There you go, so everyone. Put your channel link up there. So here we go. We're looking at the moment at Nick's channel. So, well, it's not a channel. It's a Facebook page. Do you have the YouTube channel as well, Nick? Just out of interest. I take it that's you up the pole. Would that be right? Dope on. Yeah, I'm just going to quickly. Yeah. Oh, I see what you're doing now.
Dude, you got me blushing right now, bro. I try. I really do. I've seen you so many times.
So can you actually see how many watches you get on these, Nick?
Arslan.
You're like, you make people want to stream you. Right.
Mr. Rudy's a prime example, man. I mean, one of many. Actually, two or three, I thought it was. Okay, you know what? I'm going to make my way.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing you don't want to stick your tongue across both lines. Yeah. You don't want to stick anything across both ends of those lines. What I would do is what we were talking about before, and I would stream to YouTube or even Twitch, and then cut down a highlights reel. There's a really cool feature in the YouTube streaming at the moment, and where it lets you mark highlight points, so you can put highlight markers in your stream. It's great for when you're playing games in particular, or you've got an interview going or something like that. You can hit the highlight points, and then you can go take those highlight points back to the YouTube editor, and you can edit your stream in the editor and create the clips that you want and pull a highlights reel out of it straight away. It's a new feature in there, and it works really, really well. So yeah, I would have a look at doing that, and then you can take a highlights clip, or take half a dozen 30-second clips out of your games, and I would post those onto Facebook and feed those through to YouTube. Especially if you can take half a dozen clips in the day before your next stream, and then send people through to the stream where they can hit the reminder button. So push them through, say, click here to set a reminder for the next stream, and they can go to your YouTube page and do that. Because I don't know, can you monetize? I'm guessing with the number of viewers you got. I think you said before you had 1,800 people had watched it, or you got 800 followers on here, 1,800 followers on here for the games. If you had that on YouTube, you'd already be earning money on it. And if that's not a good reason to be on there, then I don't know what is. Awesome. Because it looks like your videos are pretty good quality. And then once you're on the YouTube, the thing is just make sure that you've got the good titles that capture people, and thumbnails, of course, as well. Yeah, excellent. Right, yeah. You get the monetization just straight off AdSense, plus, of course, memberships and all that sort of thing, and you can get the donations and subs and things when you're on the YouTube as well. All of the Streamlabs type stuff you can have coming through there. I don't know if you can overlay the Streamlabs stuff in Facebook or not. To be honest, I've never even looked at it. That intro. Oh, the other thing you can do on Facebook is on YouTube is you've got that intro sequence there. I'll just flip back to the beginning of that. Dope stream starting. I would work on that and keep it simpler. Just something that says streaming soon with a countdown on it is quite cool. Oh, okay. Yeah, with a countdown on it is quite cool. The if that's an old one, that's right at the top of your page as well. Is that the same one as this?
We're back, Dope Fam. Let's go, little ashes. Good afternoon.
The only thing I would say is possibly a bit busy, and having that a view on the polls quite cool, but you want to make the intro more about the gaming, I think. Better font, definitely. And stuff like the really small type you've got up here in the top right, nobody's actually going to be able to read that very easily. The countdown, excellent thing to have. When you're on YouTube, you can afford to start your stream 10 minutes early and have a 10-minute countdown and get people coming in and chatting, and also put something up. And rather than having a lot on the page at once, you've got this whole type, notify and chat, which is cool, but I've got to chase that around. I'd have something maybe that sort of faded in and faded out, and then a couple of different messages. So, please share the stream and all that sort of thing, and all of these messages you want, rather than having them animated around the stream and crossing over other type. And also, that's very low contrast at the moment. You've actually got to put a lot of hard work into reading it. I can see what you're doing, but there's just a lot of the design in there makes it's a little bit too busy. Oops, it's a little bit too busy. It doesn't necessarily relate to the gaming. And I would just try and make things easier for the viewer to read, basically. Ta-da. Oh, and there's that whole thing where you're looking out of the screen. If your video there was on the other side, so you moved it from the right to the left, then you would be looking down into the page, and it would be up in an area where there isn't any other metadata. So up over around here, I'll just pause that. I don't know if it's the same in game. We'll have a look at it in a second. But you're looking to the outside edge of the screen instead of looking into the game window. It's an interesting thing, but yeah, it actually has quite a big. It makes people feel more involved if you're looking into it than out here. Looks like you're looking at something else off screen. But yeah. So what else we got in here? Yeah, have a bit more of a play with the intro, and where are we? The white on the cream doesn't really stand out. Where you've got this notify and chat animating across is really hard to. Once again, it's quite low contrast compared to the background. If you just had that fading in and fading out and into this line down here, that would be a lot better. And I'm not sure what the black box at the bottom's for. And this here, if people don't have it taken up to full screen, or if they're on a phone or something, they're probably not going to be able to read that so well. Hope that's useful, mate. They yeah, just what I've seen. I know it's only been a few seconds, but the presentation of the gaming and stuff that you're doing is really good. I'm enjoying. That's quite enjoyable.
45 seconds. We could just walk it.
Man, this call real quick, or explicit hold, or whatever it's called. Bob? Bob? Oh, they already opened it. Yeah, nothing. Alright, let's go pushy push.
yeah, it's sort of a good interactive commentary, and you
Oh yeah.
and I can see you sort of interacting with the people who are in the chat and things like that as well, and that's pretty good. Awesome. Okay. Right. Who else? What else we got here? Thrill Seeks. Awesome to see you. And Jade Finch. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to... I'm making everybody on here a moderator. I know you guys hear me on other streams all the time saying don't make everybody moderator because you're asking for trouble. But hey, I know who you guys are. But what I'll get you to do is put your channel URL in. Well, yeah, and Nick, go make a YouTube channel, dude. Definitely do that. If you go and just set up an empty channel now, and come back with the channel page URL on YouTube, we'll see who in here can get you a good start. Rightio. Who wants me to have a look at the channel next? Who we got? Come on. You know you want to have. I can pull something to pieces for you. While you're making me wait, I'm going to just go off to another page here. I don't know who's heard of Daryl Eves. Just copy out of the address bar, Jeff, and if you just go to your channel on YouTube in another tab or something, and copy the address out of the address bar, and then just paste it into the chat. I've made you a moderator, so you'll be allowed to paste it. Jade has pasted. Awesome. Okay, I'm just going to very quickly pop into here and show you something. Here it is. There's I don't know if you guys know who Daryl Eves is. If you don't, you've probably not been looking around too much at things. But that's this guy here, Daryl. He does a lot of mentoring of some of the biggest and fastest growing YouTubers around on the planet, including Mr. Beast and others. And he's just put out this book, and I've just bought this one myself, and highly recommend that if you want to see how it all works and really get into YouTube and make something of it, then yeah, really consider going and getting yourself a copy of that. And if you get it off Daryl's site here, then there's a whole pile of extra training bits and pieces on here as well. I've just done the first 2 days, which were live. They're not live anymore, obviously, but they're recorded there, so you can go back and watch them, and they're really worth watching. He was doing a 2 hour or an hour and a half thing on the 13th, which ended up being about 5 hours long because he just couldn't stop himself. So I'm not complaining about that. It was great. But yeah, there's fantastic info in this book that's definitely worth getting. Anyway, I just thought I would cover that one off quickly. So let's pop on and have a look at Jade's. That one came up here first. Okay, copy the link address. There it is. I get the wonderful convoluted address out of the... Oh yeah, that's the one. Oh, that's not the one. There, and... hit the right keys on my keyboard and it works better, doesn't it? Here we go. Jade has 22 subscribers. Okay, that's a good start. How old's the channel? How long have you had the channel going? To the moon, okay. I understand your fascination both of some of the gear and the lunar stuff. So let's just check out the beginning of the video.
Welcome back. Glad you could make it. We got a little bit of a long one today.
Okay, two things there is the splash screen you've got with the bars. That's possibly going to put people off. And they're going to go, oh, it's just a test screen. They might click away. So just be aware of that one. And the second one there is when you're saying welcome back. There's, for some reason, people sort of feel like when you say welcome back instead of just hi, welcome to the video, or hey, how's it going, my name is, then they feel like they may have missed out on something, and it tends to contribute to a bigger drop off. I don't know what your retention is usually like on your videos. They probably haven't really been around long enough to pick up much data for retention. But yeah, it's really funny how these little changes and little tweaks of wording can make quite a big difference on how many people will keep watching the video. It's really strange psychological stuff, but it does tend to work. So if you say welcome back, you're only talking people to have already been here before. If you say, hey, how's it going, welcome to my channel, then you're inviting everybody in. It's a small thing that can have quite a substantial impact. Jen, how are you, my dear? Awesome to see you here. Right, I'm just gonna make you a moderator as well. I'm making everybody a moderator, like I say never do, because I want people to post their channel URLs and so we can go and have a look. Yeah, video quality here, Jade, is really good. What camera are you using, mate? My video quality at the moment is absolutely awful. But what you've got going on in here is nice and tidy. I'm just going to skip ahead a bit.
The fact is here, but mean nothing to us right now because we don't have one to factor in. Lots of it. We don't know what effect the lunar gravity of the moon will have on life we send them.
So without watching the whole thing here, Jade, I would say that you've been collecting quite a lot of info on lunar colonization. Would that be right? Oops, I missed you on the mods, Jelly. There you go. Sweet. One thing I would say here, because I'll just head back to normal view. If you're going to make a lot more space type videos, and I think a channel about the science and logistics and sort of all of these really neat things that need to be considered with space travel and stuff. I'm used to shooting with the Yeah, thrill seeks. I'm used to shooting with the A7S or one of the Cine cams instead of this crappy little Logitech camera. But yeah, if you're going to be making a whole pile of videos about space travel and colonization and the hypotheses of living in space and on other planets, I would actually make that a separate channel to the one that you've got here. And I'm just going to come back to here. So you've got some with some neat gear, and that's cool. ATEM mini videos, they blow up for me, and gear unboxing videos blow up for me. But if you, what have we got here? Yeah. Oh, interesting one here. Deleted Facebook. Don't delete Facebook. Just use it for marketing. Because a lot of people don't use email or anything anymore. But they've got Facebook. They get notifications from Facebook all the time, and you use that to feed your YouTube channel. That's about all I use Facebook for, is some communications and feeding YouTube channel. The rest of it I can't stand. Facebook events are really good. They actually got that one right. I would be inclined to say, if you're going to do a lot of space travel stuff and the science and psychology and that, make that another channel and really dig down on that one, and then keep a channel for the gear and tech stuff outside of space, because they are very different niches, and if you try and combine stuff like that together, people get confused. Awesome. You can even move this one to another channel. It's only got 33 views on it. It's not like you're throwing away thousands of views. But yeah, when you do that, come back to another one of these and let us know what it is. Yeah, definitely, because I'd be keen on that. I'm a big sucker for it. I tell you what, it doesn't matter how old you are or how many times you do it, watching one of those SpaceX first stages land vertically on a ship or anywhere is just fucking fantastic. And I'm dying to see the next SN11 and what it does, and then 15 is going to be wicked. That's right. Actually, I can show you, Jeff, if you can go to your own channel, Jeff, on here. So if I click up here for me, and it says go to your channel on YouTube, and then there's your channel URL right at the top there. Ah, right, Jeff's one up there. Awesome. That's what we need to see. Ah, that's brilliant. Thank you very much. Thanks, Thrill. Okay. Yeah, Jade, I'm very keen on seeing more of your stuff coming through later. Yeah, just let me come up here. Yeah, I'm already subscribed to you. I thought I was. Excellent. Yeah, bring on more of that. And keep going on the ATEM stuff as well. I'm not sure if you've seen the ATEM Extremes yet. I've got one of the Extreme ISO ordered, which should be here any day now. So people overseas have been getting them, sort of starting to turn up, which is great. So they're being shipped. I just don't know how long they're going to be held in quarantine on the docks. Right, let's go have a look at Jeff's channel. Here we go. Jeff, you're 84 subscribers. Awesome. That's brilliant to see, mate. Getting that first 100 is quite tricky, and then from there getting more, it gets easier. The more subscribers that you've got, because I'm going to qualify this in a second. basically, the more subscribers you've got and the more successful your channel is starting to get, the faster that grows. So it becomes an exponential thing. So I was a year ago getting a subscriber every 2 or 3 days, and then I set myself a goal of getting a subscriber a day, and then 2 a day after a couple of months. Next thing you know, I was getting 10 a day, because basically it's because I started putting out better quality videos, and I started using better thumbnails and started using better titles, and started doing some research as well, and I'll show you what I do for that in a moment. If we have a look in here, Jeff, now Jeff's doing something I really like here, and he's not putting text on the thumbnails, but also he's pulling, I think, thumbnails out of his videos. Thumbnails are really important because that's what gets you conversions of search. So you've got titles, which help you with discoverability. Hey, Lady Coach, how are you, my dear? Titles help you get discovered and come up in search results. And then when somebody searches one of your videos, so Jeff's one here, black diamond headlamps. I'm just going to grab that, and I'm just going to open up, I hope this works if I open up another tab. No, it's still going to show you that tab, damn it. Okay, if I come to here and I just go to Google, and I do a search, and for black diamond headlamps, I'm just going to search for videos actually. You can see all of the different thumbnails that come up. Actually, what I should have done, I just realized I'd searched in Google and not YouTube. Black diamond headlamp, there we go. This is a cool thing, it'll show you all the other thumbnails here for other videos that come up. So if somebody searches for black diamond headlamp, here's all the results that come up. And you can check your thumbnail compared to these, and one of the really cool, it doesn't help that the top 3 results are all from the manufacturer, but what you can do is you can have a look at the types of thumbnails that are here, and you think to yourself, what can I do with a thumbnail that's going to really stand out and be different to the ones that are here. You know, how can you do something really different? Here's one that's sort of in the same realm as what you're doing, Jeff, where they're unboxing it, you know, and a review and that sort of thing. So it's you know, and then somebody else who's probably taken a screenshot from it as well. It's definitely worth having a look at these thumbnails and thinking, how can I compete with these? And then start having a look at what you can do to make your thumbnails better to match up with these, because when somebody searches for the topic, if your thumbnail comes up amongst these other search results, you want to make sure that yours is the one that grabs people's eyes. Okay, Christine, I just added you as a moderator too, so you can post your channel homepage URL in here, and I'm just going to be going through looking at as many of them as I can. I'll go for a little bit longer, go for a wee while longer. It's kind of fun, but it takes a lot of time. I really need to sort of put quite a number of hours aside for doing this. So yeah, that's one thing definitely there, Jeff. I'll just head back to your channel. There you go. Another cool thing to do, keep an eye on my channel. I'm about to put up another video tonight or tomorrow about how to get a custom URL. And Jeff, you've got 84 subscribers. When you hit 100 subscribers, you can go and create yourself a new custom URL. So you can have youtube.com/JeffSlavin, and that would be an awesome thing to have up there, so you don't have this this whole thing of random characters here that say this is a GUID at the moment that you've got up here. Instead of having that sort of identifier for your channel, when you've got 100 subscribers, you can go and get a custom URL. And I'm putting up a new video on how to do that, because I've got an old video up there, but it's crap, and I've decided to go and remake some of my old stuff so it's better. So I will have that up tomorrow, and I will flick you the link for that when it comes up, Jeff. Your videos I've been really enjoying, and I've also noticed that as you've been trundling along, some of your vids are actually starting to get some more traction. One thing about your videos that I did notice is that you seem to be filming with your the light behind you instead of in front of you. So there's a lot of bright light behind you up here, for example, and I'm not sure if you've got a light between you and the camera, or on the light in front of you that's shining more on your face. If you do that, I think you'll find that your video quality will just bump up there a fair bit. That'll definitely be worth having a go at. Right. Yes, I agree with Lady Coach. Like and share. Hey, Sinister. Awesome to see you here as well. Ooh, 11 people. Wicked. I'm going to have to do this more often, aren't I? I really should be doing this more often. And Chico, I'm probably going into my game stream time that I posted, aren't I? So I'm going to go bump my gaming stream, and I'll do that in a couple of hours. Right, Sinister, I just put you as moderator, and Chico, I'm doing that for you as well. Ta-da. So that's so that everybody here can go and paste their channel URLs on here, and pop along and check out other people's channels. Keen to do that. We're not doing anything silly like sub for sub or any of that sort of stuff. But definitely go and have a look at everyone else's channel. And be a great thing to do is just go and actually run each other's videos all the way through. You know, watch people's videos from end to end. That's one of the most fantastic things you can do. I was talking before about qualifying the whole thing about more subscribers, get you more subscribers. When you've got more subscribers, and you start getting them quicker. What I should have said is, as your channel grows and you're getting more views, YouTube will see that people are watching your videos, and they will match your video up with other people similar to the people who are watching it now. The algorithm is not about publicizing your video. The algorithm is about finding content that a user will like. So when you go and open up the homepage of YouTube, it matches you with videos. It doesn't take your video and match it with users. It's kind of the other way around. The user is the person that they profile, and they look at the type of videos a person likes to watch, and it looks at what types of videos you go and see, and then it goes and finds more videos like that. But it's more likely to recommend videos that have longer attention. So if I'll give you an example of that. I've got a couple of videos on my channel that have had some reasonably good retention. I've had some that haven't as well, of course, which is not so good. But if I just come in here and sort by most popular, here's one of my most popular ones. If we have a look at this one,
to plug your phone
and I'll just skip to the analytics here. Analytics is something that you should watch all the time. Now, this video is not the best, though it's had a lot of views, and the analytics now has this key moments for audience retention graph. And this is the thing that you want to study with your videos more than anything else. Now, the average percentage viewed is 36.5%. So most people make it 35. Yeah, more than half people watch 36.5% of this video. As you can see, this is how much of my audience I've got retained coming through here. Now, it's interesting when the audience grows here again, because people seem to be, they're either re-watching this portion of it, so they might be getting to here and then jumping back and re-watching a bit where I've had some interesting info. And you can see it's got these sudden peaks, and then about here it starts dropping off. And what you need to do is come and look at your videos at that point and say,
there's some videos about Filmic Pro come up on the channel soon.
This sort of thing, and just sort of have a look at your own videos and think, why is it starting to drop off there? Why were people really excited here, but not so much down here? And when you're studying your own videos and looking at that sort of information, then and come back and say, well, okay, I'm not going to do that again. That was a bad thing to do. Or here, I did something really interesting. Let's have a look at that point in the video. It might just be that I've got a really beautiful face, and so people stuck around, or I was giving a piece of really useful information there, and they've come back and checked it. But that's the sort of thing you need to come and have a look at. The other thing that I've got on my channel on this video here in particular is I've got this huge drop off right at the beginning, and you don't want that. You want people to sort of start staying on your video from here. And have a look at the beginning of this video of mine.
Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back again and all of that neat stuff.
Now, I said don't do that, right? Welcome back again and all that neat stuff. Retrospectively, I shouldn't have done that. It's rubbish. It's not necessary. I don't need that on the video. It's not what people come here to watch. They've come to find out about how to use your iPhone as a camera, not to be welcomed back. And by saying welcome back, I'm isolating everybody that hasn't been here before. So I'm going to remove that.
I've got one of these to show you today. It's a lightning to HDMI adapter, and you can use it to plug your phone into your Blackmagic ATM Mini. I'll show you how to just in a minute.
So when I started showing that adapter, the number of people dropping off slowed down a little bit. And then I lost a whole pile more people by doing this. I've got quite a nice intro graphic here. It's not too bad, but it's wasting people's time who aren't here to watch an intro graphic. And well, I don't need the date in there. I'm up to 30 seconds or more into the video now, 38 seconds, 40. There you go. 40 seconds into the video before I start getting into the content. And hey, Infamous Zero, Infamous O, who's that? I've seen you around. I think you've commented on some of my other videos, haven't you? Now, once I get here into the content and I stop wasting people's time with my intro graphics and everything, then suddenly the people who are still here are sticking around and it's about the same level to about halfway through the video. So that's great. So what I've learned from that is I don't need all that crap at the beginning of the videos anymore. I'm just throwing away half my viewers before I even start. So what I'm going to do with this particular video, and this is brutal. This is brutal. But I can see where I've gone wrong in that graph. So in here, whoops, in the analytics for that video, which I've just gone way past. It's view by views. Now, this is one of my best performing videos, note, and I've got 38,000 views on it, but I've thrown away half the viewers on this video before I even start. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of that crap at the beginning, and just in here, where I go from 100% down to 67% in the first 6 seconds of the video. They're gone. I've lost people. So I'm going to get rid of that, just like this. So I can come into the editor, right, and
Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back again and all of that neat stuff.
Okay, I don't need that. Welcome back again and all that neat stuff. What a waste of time.
Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome.
And then even if I come over to after my intro here,
Just a quick reminder to click all of those things down below, leave comments and questions down under there and all that sort of thing.
now that call to action to leave comments and things, I'm in two minds about that one. It's once again, it's using up more time at the beginning of the video that's not getting straight into the subject matter, though it is a good idea to get people to leave questions. Doing it up front like this and asking people to subscribe and to like and all that sort of stuff, I really abbreviate it here, but it's probably not a great thing to have.
Well, you've heard all this before. Share it out with your friends, and now we'll get to the thing you're actually here for, which is looking at this little white dongly bit of plasticky stuff.
Okay, so that's when I get into it. There and
Things down below, leave comments and questions.
so what I might do is just trim everything off at the beginning of this one, I'm thinking. Or maybe I'll keep some of this in here, I'm not sure. I might go back and see if I've still got the master for this video and recreate it and push it up again. But or I might just leave this and not do it anymore and make a similar video that doesn't have that blurb at the beginning, on maybe a new version of the dongle or using it on the newer ATEM or something like that, and just see if I can get better results out of it. Because what I've learned over time is that even though this is one of my better performing videos, it's actually my best performing video. If I hadn't put all that crap at the beginning of it, I wouldn't have lost 33% of my viewers in the first 6 seconds. So that's the sort of thing that everybody really needs to jump in and be really aware of, is how critical you have to be of what's happening in your own analytics, and be willing to say, I spent months on that thing, and I've got 34,000 views on it. It's a good video, but this little bit down here really tells me that even though I love that intro and I put a lot of effort into it, it's not working for me. I've lost half. By the time I'm 24 seconds in, I've lost half of the people watching the video. Anyway, that's a brutal thing. So I ripped my own one apart for your guys' benefit. I can't see your analytics as easily, obviously, or at all, but it's just sort of keep this sort of thing in mind. As you can see, if I'd done that, maybe I could have 100,000 views on this one already, or a couple of 100,000 views, because if my retention was better and I was able to keep all of these people more interested right from here, then maybe I could have 70-80% retention. That would have been fucking awesome. Okay, that's a fair whack of rabbiting about me. Anyway, what do we got here? What do we got? I'm just going to scroll back up a bit here. And see what we got. I'm not going to get to all the channels, obviously. You knew that. Jen. Let's have a look at Jen, because everybody likes a good spider. I love this. Jen and Sinister, I've got something to tell you that you're going to hate, and it's about my niece, who's an interesting character, and she bought some stuff online the other day, I think largely just to freak my brother out, her father, and she ordered from the States some chocolate coated tarantula, and it was a tarantula, scorpion, and a couple of other insects, and she ate them. Which I think's horrendous, because they're such beautiful creatures. I can. Yeah, Sinister. You tell me now. Is Jen sitting there in the room with you, going, "No, no"? That's kind of what I'm expecting to. I wish I could have real time feedback on that. I keep scratching my head like Jerry does at the moment. Yeah, she's eating her trenches. But anyway, Jen's channel I absolutely love because, well, largely because I absolutely love the critters. I don't know why you've only got 539 subs. That's a travesty. But I can see a couple of things in here that. Oh, okay. I was going to say stop shooting vertical, but you've got shorts in here. Right. I'm just having a squiz through. Okay. Some of your vids are really, really short. And I know that really short videos aren't going to help a channel very much at all. You want to try and keep your videos over. Yeah, I noticed it has gone up because you were kind of struggling around 200, Adrian. Your videos under 2 minutes, YouTube can't sell ads on very easily. So ideally keep your videos above 3 minutes, and but after that, just make them as long as they need to be. People often say, "What's the perfect length for a video?" And there's a couple of things in there. If you're interested in maximizing ad revenue, then 8 minutes will get you post-roll ads as well. Well, a better chance of getting post-roll ads. Ads are never guaranteed on a video. You actually need somebody who wants to buy ad space on videos that match yours. But if you want to improve the probability, Jerry, I was just talking about you because I've been scratching my hair like this. Jerry's Explorer, also Jerry's Passion. He's got a couple of different channels there doing different things, which is cool. Yeah, Jerry, can you post your channel homepage URL in there, please? Andrew Samutin. Yeah. I got my type on my monitor really small, which is why I have to go in really close. Great to have you here. Also post your channel URL. The reason for getting people to post channel URLs is firstly so that I can come and have a look at them easily, but also so you can go and have a look at each other's channels. It's not a sub for sub thing, but if you like somebody's channel legitimately, then you can go and do something about it. But yeah, go and watch some of each other's videos, partly because having a look at other people's videos is one of the best things you can do anyway. Doing some research, it's great. It's surprising how many people will say, yeah, I've got a YouTube channel, but I don't actually watch YouTube. This is something that Daryl Lees was saying as well, just yesterday on something I was watching, and I've come across the same thing myself, so it was great to hear somebody else having noticed the same thing I do. And he was saying that because he mentors heaps of large YouTubers and people who really want to grow fast, and he was saying how many of them want to really grow on YouTube but say, oh no, I don't actually watch YouTube, I don't have time for that. So they don't do any research on the ecosystem that they're trying to produce content for. You should always go and watch YouTube, especially if you're going to post a video and you've got a title for it, and you've done some title research and you found a good title. Then go and put that title into YouTube search and see what comes up. So Gino, you've quite often got your name in these ones as well, which is you don't need to put your name in the title. You're not going to benefit anything from that, but you might benefit from using
So Rain and I did a thing today.
Okay. So you got your location here. I'm just going to pause that one. In your description, are you using hashtags? Okay, you're not using hashtags. I was wondering about that. Ooh, you've gained a sub. Good girl. Bell's not on. Hit the notify bell like I just did, guys. I don't know why I didn't, but anyway, I love watching your videos. Why didn't I have that notify bell on? And I'll hit a like there as well. At the bottom of your description, you should type, put in 3 hashtags. Make the first one Geno's tarantulas, just as a single word. Then the second one could be tarantula, and then the third one maybe put Ursula. So you can have up to 15 hashtags. Your first 3 are the most important ones. And if you put those 3 hashtags in, they will classify your video, and there's sort of it's kind of like a playlist without being a playlist. It's a way of grouping videos together. It creates a relationship between your videos. So if you've got 3 tags that say Geno's tarantulas, and then you've got Ursula as another one, and then another tag that's sort of more related to the video. So, obviously one that says this is the whole channel, and then this is a subject matter within the channel, and then something more unique to the video or to a smaller group of videos. Then when somebody's searching or watching one of your videos, then YouTube and Google search know that these videos are all related together because they've got the same tags on them, and it's another one of these things that's going to give you a little bit more searchability and discoverability in search and on the home page, and you're more likely to get recommended. And also, if somebody's watching a tarantula video and you've got tarantula as a tag, they're more likely to, one of your videos might pop up in the recommended or in the sidebar or something like that when somebody else's video is playing, and then you can get traffic out of that. So use those hashtags, guys. It's only a little bit more. It's another % chance of getting discovered, maybe 0.5% chance, but all of those 0.5% chances really add up over time. Travel to a taste. Awesome. Travel to a taste. They are doing some really fun live streams at the moment, and I'm just going to add mod there as well. If you're going to do a stream like this or similar, and you're going to put lots of moderators in, do it for a specific purpose, and then after the stream, go and scream. After the stream, go and take them all out again, because having moderators in who you don't know or who you thought you knew, it could land you right in the crapper. It's happened for, Travel to a Taste. They had somebody in as moderator, and that completely screwed their monetization up, because they went and did some stuff that they really shouldn't have. And so take mods back out again. There are actually better ways of doing this than adding people as moderator, but I'm just being a lazy bastard, and with a couple of exceptions, I know everybody in here to some degree or another anyway, which is awesome. It's just fantastic to see all you guys here, by the way. I'll do another 20 minutes or something and look at a couple more sites. Jen, are your videos, are you still running on a really low resolution camera, aren't you? I've noticed that your videos are still coming up at 360p. If you can get, what are you shooting on, Jen? Just out of interest. Need more of you guys to come and put your channel links in here, please. Because I want to go and have a look at all your channels afterwards as well, so that I've got some better knowledge when we come back and do another one of these. my plan is to try and knock one of these live streams out each week, and really have a look at things and just discuss stuff and answer some questions. And I'm going to get somebody along to highlight some of these things for me as well. Just having a look at some of the stuff. Yeah, that is exactly Gary. Gary Sprinkler Repair says, "Have you thought about just introducing yourself at the beginning of the video?" And yeah, that's exactly what I've started doing in some of my more recent ones. And I need to wait a little while to see what's happening with them, but some of them are definitely working out well like that. I'm just going to jump back and have a bit more of a look at some of Jen's stuff. Jen, what you're doing here with putting real information about the tarantulas in here is absolutely brilliant as well. There's... what have we got here? Let's go have a look at some of the other videos. I don't know if you've got a custom URL yet, Jenna, but that's another thing that would be really cool for you to do. If you just go into... I'll show you where to do that actually. I'm just about to release a video on this, but I'll show you now. If you go to your studio page, and I'm just going to jump into my studio page here. This is a stupidly easy thing to do, and a lot of people just don't know it's even there. And you come into the, I think it was in customization, and click on basic info at the top here. This is where you put your channel and stuff. Under here it'll have a link under custom URL that says claim custom URL, or get my custom URL. Click on that and this will pop up. If you've got 100 subs, all you need to have 100 subscribers. The channel needs to be 30 days old. You need to have a profile picture loaded up, and you need to have a banner loaded up. If you've got those 4 things, and that's real easy, and then you can claim a custom URL, which is going to be based on your username. So when you've got this here, if you wanted to, you can add a couple of characters or letters or something after it, but it's usually a good idea just to leave it as the basic channel name there. And when you're using that, you don't actually have to put that C in, so you can just type youtube.com/Tim Simpson, and that's my URL, and it takes people straight to my homepage. That's a really, really powerful thing, because you can then give that to people on a bit of paper, or tell somebody, just go and, you know, I can just say to somebody I meet, saying just go youtube.com/Tim Simpson, and you'll get to my channel. And I don't have to say, oh shit, I'll write down this whole blurb of stuff up here, because you don't want to do that one. So yeah, if you go get that custom URL, Jen, you can get that right now, and you can start pushing it out. People are more likely to click on something like that as well, because if you paste the URL into, say, your Facebook page or Instagram or somewhere else, and it's got just a string of random characters, people don't trust that because it looks like spam. I know it's not, and but it's just another one of those subconscious things, and that's why it's so important to get that custom URL. Who here has got a custom URL? Just let me know in the chat if you do have one. Well, there you go, Sarah. So Sarah's going to have a custom URL any moment now. Good girl. I'm assuming it's Sarah. Excuse me, I'm just slowly picking at bits of my dinner. It might be cold, but it's still nice. Awesome. Yeah, just saying you don't actually need to put the C in there. So, excellent. Yeah. Jerry, do you have a custom URL yet? What's for dinner? Dinner is I baked up some potato, and I went and got a bit of crumbed fish, and then we just got some stir-fried veggies with it. There you go. And I'm eating it real slow, and it's gone cold, and I'm going to go stick it in the microwave in a minute. What's left of it? Excellent, gent. Yoga with Oliver. How are you, mate? Something like yoga is great to make a channel about, because there's a lot of it around, but not much of it is very interesting for people outside the small circle. But if you do something a little bit different and make it more publicly generally appealing, you can do some really awesome stuff with that. Because there are so many people who are really dedicated to it, you don't need to sell it to an audience. You've got an audience really coming out looking for it. Oliver, please do post your channel link. What we got here? Thrill Seeks. Been helping everybody else out. Need to come and grab that one and have a look. Yeah, Jen, more than anything else, try find an HD camera. A really good way to find an HD camera is look for second-hand cell phones. If you can get a second-hand iPhone, so even just an iPhone 5 or an iPhone 6, which you can pick up real cheap now, and not use it as a phone, but just keep it as a camera. That's a really good trick, because the camera in it is absolutely fantastic, and they're pretty good low light, even though they're a few generations old. And the iPhone 6 and the 6 Plus in particular, you can I think you can pick them up for about 30, 40, 50 US bucks now, because they've fallen off the end of the upgrade path. And so it's so unprofessional eating on stream. They've fallen off the end of the upgrade path, so people are selling them and getting new ones. And these old iPhones they're still a fantastic camera. They're just as good as they were. I've got a license of Sony Vegas. I got it when I bought I got this camera here. This is my baby for a long time. The Sony Z, ZV-1, or the ZV-N was the Z1P. That's right, and the Z1N or something was the NTSC version of it, the piece for PAL. And yeah, this is my baby for ages, and I got a free license of Sony Vegas came with it, but never worked. They were going to be bringing out. They had a really bad version for Mac, and they were going to be developing a new version, but they just never did it, sadly. So I never really got around to using it, and I have no idea where I put the damn license now. One day I'll do that. So yeah, here's Thrill Seeks. Now, roller coaster. I love roller coasters. There's a roller coaster in Queensland, or at least there was, at oh goddamn, what's the name of the theme park on the Gold Coast for 10 points and a gold star? I can't bloody remember. There's a roller coaster there anyway, and it's got a sign up there that says not recommended for people with heart conditions. It doesn't say bad or good, bad heart conditions or good heart conditions, just heart conditions full stop. But yeah, that was fun, that one. Don't get an opportunity to go around terribly many roller coasters, but I do love living vicariously through other people's trips of roller coasters. Just trying to remember this right. You've got some shots coming through here. Now, do you actually get out to these things yourself, or I know some people are just having to rely on stock footage or other footage. Do you get to travel around much? Dreamworld, that's the one. Thunderbolt, bingo. I knew somebody would know it. Yeah, if you can get a lot of technical information about these things, and I'd love to see your channel blow up. I've noticed that you've started getting a few more subs recently. And then it really wouldn't take too much for you to get to the point where you can actually get out to these things yourself. That would be fantastic. And that would make all the difference. Until you can get out, there are other things you can do, like actually getting other YouTubers or other people you know in different areas that you meet online. Just ask them to go out and shoot the ride for you, so you've got that footage. You'd be amazed at how many people are more than happy to go out and get some specific footage for you, just as an excuse to go out there themselves. And then I'd love to see you getting up to that 5,000 to 10,000 sub mark and being able to travel around and go see these things. Oh, brilliant! Yeah, there's there are Facebook pages and sites where people who work at Disney or have part-time jobs at Disney, or that go regularly to the Disney parks and other theme parks, hang out, and you could very easily get them to sort of say, hey, can you go next time you go here, can you get some footage for me? So shoot the ride for me, and I'll give you a credit in my video links. And you're getting tantalizingly close to that 1,000 subs, which is brilliant. And you're making some pretty good videos as well. I've watched a few of them. They're quite fun. One thing with your thumbnails, in a lot of cases they're quite busy, and also about the contrast. So this one here, I think it says Maverick, is quite hard to read. Gatekeeper I can see, but yeah, if your Maverick there was a little more easy to read, that would be cool. If the text isn't actually visible, then there's not necessarily much point having it there. The other thing I noticed on your titles is that you're using the hashtags in here. What I would be more inclined to do is just leave your title normal, and then put the hashtags at the end of your description. So down under here at the bottom of your description, that's where you want to put your hashtags, and then they will then appear up above. Yeah, they'll have the same effect, and you can also have 15 of them. So I would make the first hashtag just hashtag thrillseeks, so that you're creating that relationship of your channel between all your videos. And Yeah, and then just pick two of the other ones to be the next two, and then the third one, fourth one. The first three will appear above your title and will be the most significant for discovery. And then you might even want to have thrill seeks, and then if it's a roller coaster review, put that, put roller coaster review or something. I'm not sure. Yeah. Or if you got different types of rides, then maybe roller coasters, and then another one that might be I suck at theme park ride type names, but roller coasters is a fantastic niche, and I would love to see you getting out and going around and actually seeing these things yourself. Do you actually get out to theme parks sort of each year or something like that? I'm just reading back through some of the extra bits. In the chat and stuff here. Awesome. Get enough. Aim to get footage for a dozen videos on different features, and see if you can find somebody there who can. Oh, that's cool. See if you can find somebody there who can tell you some history about the rides. Yeah, and that sort of thing. Hey, Yoga with Oliver. Yeah, do pop back. Sorry, I've actually had a lot more people on here than I was expecting, to be honest. So, and I will be doing this. I'm going to do this every weekend. So keep an eye out, and come back, and we will do more reviews, and we will also catch up on. We will also catch up on things to see how different channels are improving and changing over time as well, because that would be fantastic to do. Okay. Thrill seeks. I get distracted too easily, don't I? Make a point of the parks, and get as much different stuff as you can there. Okay, what else was I going to look at next? That's right. How am I going for time? I just want to show you guys this one as well. Here's Sarah and Glenn's channel. Right. Thrill 6, you'll like this one as well. Travel to a Taste. You know this channel, I'm sure. Right, these guys have picked up 2,500 subs, and one of the big things they've really got going for them is that they're actually going out and finding these places in real life, and what they're doing is they're taking the audience with them to experience it. So and if you're doing this sort of thing where you're doing travel or food or experience kind of videos, take the camera along like it's a friend, and you say, hey, let's go check this out, and you're taking that audience member with you to experience the thing that you're doing together with them. And that's if you don't really need to do anything overt, but if you have that as a mindset when you go into that type of video, you're going to get a really powerful response out of it. It just changes some very small things the way that you communicate and the intonation that you use and the way you relate to the camera. If you say, this is a friend that I'm taking on holiday with me, and it's the first time they've been here, and I want to show them around, and same with yours, Thrill. If you say that, if you treat the camera as somebody who you're taking to this theme park and they've never been to that theme park or that roller coaster or something before, then the way that you will talk to the camera or talk to the viewer on the other side of the camera just changes a little bit, and it's subtle, but people really tell the difference. And I think when you do that, then your retention is likely to increase just that bit more again. So yeah, so here's Travel to a Taste. They've got how many videos you guys got now? It's getting up there a bit, isn't it? I'm not entirely sure, but it's getting to a reasonable number. So they sort of started about a year ago in earnest on here, didn't you? Was that about right? About a year ago, Sarah? And they've been going around finding places, and I nearly died on a summer beach. Okay. Oh, that thumbnail looks like Greg's got some chick's legs wrapped around his shoulders. But anyway, I have to have a look at that one now. Dodgy thumbnails will work. Bulgaria. Oh, yeah. The subscribe button here, I wouldn't do it. This montage is great. The countdown I wouldn't do. And here we get into Glenn at the beach. Now, when you get into this, you're how far in? I would have started with Glenn introducing the beach, and then if you wanted to do a tight montage of the packing the bag up or something like that. I'd be really keen to see what your attention chart on this one is, what your attention graph on this one looks like. Sarah, you can show me that. We'll have a look at that later. Won't get into it right now. See, I'm subscribed and I have the notification bell on. Just having a quick scan through here. It's really nice, clean footage. What was this shot on, Sarah? Just out of interest. Was that on the GoPro? The one thing I've seen with Sarah and Glenn's, the only thing I can see with Sarah and Glenn's stuff that I would like to change would say plan out your GoPro 8. Yep. Yeah, fantastic. You know, if you don't want to mess around too much and you just want good quality, clean footage without fighting with it too much, then the GoPros are bloody brilliant, or the DJI Action as well. A lot of those little cameras are going to be incredibly safe to work with. The 7 white it's still a good camera, yeah, but yeah, GoPro, it's never going to be the absolute best footage you can get, but it's always going to be incredibly safe footage. So you know that what you're shooting you're going to get, and the sound in it is perfectly acceptable too. Yeah, you can always do better, but you know that if you're shooting with GoPro, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, it's going to be perfectly usable, unless there are fucking cicadas around. I 8 cicadas. But yeah, Sarah, the one thing I would say is when you guys go somewhere, try and find a whole pile of small things to do. I reckon that you guys could get, I think you're getting about 8 to 10 videos out of a trip over a few days, aren't you? But you could probably find 30 to 40 things to do, and get some small videos on, make this big list of 50 things at a location and pick 20 out of them, or 30 out of them, or 25 out of them. Hey, Manix Garage, yeah, GoPro is bloody brilliant. The other great thing is they're just incredibly durable, and you don't get strung out at the airport for the batteries so much. Manix Garage, can you drop a channel link on there as well, please? Catfish and Crappy, awesome to see you here. There you go. I've just added you guys as moderators so you can drop your channel homepage links on as well. Yeah. Obviously getting away again at the moment is, and all the COVID stuff has screwed you guys up. I don't know how easy it is to travel around the UK, but there's so many places around the UK as well that people overseas, and you guys have got a good international following, that people overseas are desperate to see. There's another channel, Barry Otok, is around, and she's in Germany. I'm just going to bring that one up. I'm pretty sure you know. Your thumbnails, by the way, are nice. I like them. Some of them are a little hard to read sometimes, but yeah, and I'm personally allergic to some of the cursive fonts, but that's just me. Comic Sans should never have been invented. But your thumbnails are always nice and exciting. There's not too much text in them, which is great in most cases. There's just a little bit of contrast in the type sometimes, so it stands out a bit better. The Malta Cruise one here is really good. Malta Magic is really good. One of the things, maybe come back and check some of the thumbnails that didn't quite. You've got videos here with 6, 7, and 10,000 views, and then you've got a couple here with only 2.5, 1.8 thousand views. I would come back to those. I'd check your attention and your click-through rates on some of those. Just check your how many conversions you're actually getting for impressions, and if you find you've got some where the impressions aren't that good, and the text on this world travel intro for a new page thing, not sure what that is, but stuff like this Morocco one here and this one here, those three, maybe even that one there, just have a rethink about the text that you've got on those one. And because they're not something I can read at a glance. Oh, it's just an intro. Oh, if you've got something that's just an intro video, make it unlisted. Yeah, I just realised it's only 40 seconds long. You can make your intro videos unlisted so they don't appear in your search results. I'm just having a look. This one here, the Diamond River in Morocco, where you've got that really diamonds, and you've used that yellow, the bright yellow, on a dark part of the image. That's really good because it uses that natural contrast. That stands out. Whereas the one before it, where it's Morocco is so beautiful, I've actually got to lean in and look at that one, and I've actually got to get in closer and to see that one, because it doesn't contrast against the background so well. Ta-da! So yeah, interested. Have a look at the retention on them, and the click-through rate. The click-through rates in particular, and see which of your videos have got really good click-through rate. And this is, everybody can do this, and which of your videos don't. And then search for your title and see what the thumbnails for videos that come back in the same search results look for, other people's videos. Always do that research on other people's videos that compare to yours. So yeah. Anyway, I've gone a lot further than I was planning to on this one. I was just having a look here at how long we've been going. Just about on 2 hours, which is quite good. I'm definitely going to be pushing back my gaming stream again, aren't I? Yeah. Who would like to see this this stream go every weekend? Would sort of try and make them more valuable every time. Hey Clay. Oh, Clay's been here every time I've had to push the stream back for various things. And please put your channel homepage in. I just made you a mod, Clay. Awesome, Gary. Never going to be able to get to everybody's channel in here, but yeah, this if you can put your channel homepage links into the chat, guys, then I will leave the chat on the video, and you can always come back to here and then get each other's links out of here if you want to go and see what everybody's doing. Yeah, just go and watch some videos and have a look at it and research each other's channels and look at improvement over time. And I will definitely come back on here and do a couple of hours every weekend. I think is going to be incredibly valuable. So yeah, that's coming up on a couple of hours anyway, so I should probably wrap that up. Sleeping on the yeah, just as long as I don't sleep on it while I'm running it. Yeah, no, it's okay. So yeah, and definitely go and have a look at your retention and your analytics. So I'm just going to pop back into my analytics and just show you a couple of quick things in here. If you haven't got a custom URL, guys, go grab one and make use of it. That will really help. Let's click on the analytics here, and here's the stuff to watch for. Actually, I'll just go look at it for a particular video. Yeah, this is a new one I've just done on hashtags. I haven't pushed this one at all, and as you can see, I've had SFA views on it. But anyway, I just got straight into this one, and I'm hopefully losing less people right at the beginning on it, but I haven't really pushed it out. But come and have a look at your retention here. You don't want your retention doing this. You want your retention staying flat. I'm going to have another look at this one. I also put up a really sucky I wasn't not happy with this video. I'm probably going to redo it. That happens when you hit the caps lock key, darling. Yeah, have a look at this one. To be honest, I just rushed this one up because I was annoyed at not having got a video up because of the amount of stuff that's going on in life. But yeah, definitely have a look at the retention stuff down here. Also, come and have a look at engagement and where's the bit that I'm looking for? Reach. Or did I miss it on the overview page? This one might not have been up quite long enough. Yeah, okay. I probably didn't pick the best video to show this with, but yeah, you want to have a look at. Oh, here we go. This over here will show a fair whack of that. So I've had 1,100 impressions, and it's only had a 2.8% click-through rate. What that tells me straight away is that my my thumbnail sucks. It's not grabbing people's attention, and my title's probably not great either. So I've only had a 2.8% click-through rate on that one, and I need to get that higher. I need to make a better version of this video just for my own sanity, which shows how to do all this better. And it's a lesson for me and not to rush out a video just for the sake of making a video. I need to be planning my life better so that I'm doing better stuff. But yeah, come and look at this, the impressions, watch time, click-through rate. That will tell you how well your thumbnail's performing. The number of search results you're getting as well. So engagement, audience, I think that is, unique views, watch time, and stuff like that. Your under reach, there's also tells you how many browse pages, how many are coming from outside and suggested and that sort of thing. All of these little bits of data in here, they can tell you how much you're getting. I'm only getting 1.3k impressions and I've only had 72 views, so the search results aren't working so well for this video, and I need to go and fix this up, and do a lot of things with this one. So hopefully next time I'll be able to show you. I'll recreate this video and hopefully how about how to use hashtags. Actually, yeah, that's what this video is about. And I'll just post you the. I'll just quickly grab the link to that video and post it there. So there you go. If anybody wants to, the info I've got on here is good. I just haven't presented it properly. I was in too much of a hurry to make this one the other day, and I shouldn't have done it quite how I did. What I did do is I put the hashtags down the bottom down here, Tim Simpson, YouTube tips, so that sort of breaks up to lots of things, and then using hashtags. I could probably also come in here and put another one, YouTube hashtags. And that sort of thing. So I can keep coming in here and we'll take the @ out, put more hashtags into here, so even just hashtag, yeah, that sort of thing. Only the first 3 are going to appear at the top by the title of the video, and those are going to be the 3 most dominant ones that are used for this sort of thing. SEO scores for that, funny you should ask that one. So I do a fair bit of research, and the title I came up with on this one actually did give me a relatively good score. Who uses TubeBuddy? You should definitely use TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy is the bomb. So I'm just going to search for that title in here. Why you should use hashtags on your YouTube videos. If I run that one there, I think it gave me 80 something, 66 that's giving me. Now that's giving me 66 for this. There's a trick here. So that whole title gives me 66, but if I take off the end bit there, why you should use hashtags, 78. That's a 78% key phrase. Now have a look at this one as well. Use hashtags on your YouTube videos, 84. what I've got here is a title that's comprised of the whole title itself is a 66, but it's got other keyword phrases in it that have got higher scores. So when I'm looking at my, I did do this bit right with the video, it's just the video itself sucked. If I go back to that video, in here, if you have a look at my, I use this in the tags as well. So if you have a look in here, what you should use, I've got the full title as my first tag, and that's got me a 3 ranking. Then I've got these partial tags that also give me relatively good rankings. So in that one title, even though that whole phrase of the title is probably a little bit too big, I've got 3 other higher scoring keyword phrases built into the one title, and that means that I'm going to get better response in more searches for that, and that's a really good thing to do. So find your keyword phrase, and don't just use a high scoring keyword phrase for your title. Put that in your title, and then make some variations on it and build around that one to build other keyword phrases that also score well. If you've got a whole heap of different partial titles that work as high scoring keyword phrases, you're going to get more searchability. But you just need to have a better banner and actually better video. So your title and your keywords and your hashtags, that's all for discoverability. Your thumbnail, probably the more important than your actual video, is going to get you click-throughs by standing out amongst other thumbnails for the same search results. And then your video has to be good enough to retain the audience all the way through. Those are that's really the 3 parts of YouTube: is get your video discovered, get people to click on it when they do a search, and then keep them watching it once they're there. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. Anyway, I hope this has been useful for everybody, and I'm going to make them even more useful as I do more of them. Whoa, doesn't get me big screen. I'm going to use a better camera because this is like sickly yellow kind of thing, even though I've got a white light, and really bad noise and stuff down here on records. I hate looking at my own video image when I'm using a cheap camera. And but anyway, I hope it's been useful and works for everybody, and you've learnt something and all of that sort of stuff. I will do this every weekend. I promise. I'm going to sort my life out so that I can do that, because I've got so much stuff been going on recently, and not excuses. It's just been happening. Life does that to you. And I will be here next weekend. I'm going to go and set a stream up and schedule it now, and then I'm going to tell everybody I know, don't book me for that time because I'm fucking busy. And that'll be next Sunday New Zealand time, so Saturday in the US, and somewhere around there in the UK. I'll make it a bit later in the afternoon here so that you guys in the UK can get on here as well, and not too late for the US. It's really hard. If everyone was in the same time zone, if only the world was flat. I'll leave you with that one. Thanks for being here, guys. Really appreciate every single one of you, and I'm going to go make another video soon. Actually, in a little while I'm going to go. In about 50 minutes I'm going to be playing games. Yeah. And I'll make a video tomorrow. See you later. Oh, don't do silent live streams. I just saw somebody I know's just published silent LS. They're arrogant, they serve no purpose, and YouTube are only going to take your view time away from you again afterwards if they have any sense. See you guys later.